Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain For You. It's about 40 degrees and windy and it's cold and it rained a lot last night, so not exactly nice. Today's topic is going to be don't get depressed, get determined. Alright, so if it's too windy, I apologize for the noise. I might wander behind the shed here and see if I can get out of the wind. So don't get depressed, get determined. This one's not going to be quite as much about tactical or strategies, but a little bit more of a rah-rah, you can do this. All right. So before I do that, I'm going to take a couple of nice deep breaths. Breathe in the confidence. Exhale the doubt. Breathe in the joy. Exhale the depression. Breathe in the determination. Exhale the uncertainty and weakness. So many times I see so many people that get pretty freaked out about this whole chronic pain or chronic illness, this stress illness, this distraction pain, mind-body syndrome. And trust me, I get it. I spent 13 years in pain and I've been participating and watching and reading and communicating in this community for, 24 years now. So I have seen so many people really despondent, really stressed out over their stress illness, stressed out over their pain and symptoms. And there's a lot of people who have done the homework. They've really learned a lot about TMS. And they've come to accept the fact that, yeah, my body's actually okay. I'm not afraid of my body. But they're afraid of their inability to get to the bottom of this. And a lot of them feel like, well, if it's repressed emotions and, my mind is like a steel trap, I can't get into it. I've been doing the journaling. I've been doing the emotional discovery. I've been doing meditation. I'm still not getting anywhere. I still have the pain. And it can be fairly depressing, can be fairly disappointing, frustrating, piss you off, and can be depressing, right? Because you feel like I'm aware of this, I believe it, I buy into it, been doing the work, I'm still not better. It's really easy when you don't see hope to become depressed. My take on depression is purely deep sadness plus hopelessness. And so that, in my mind, is what makes depression. If you feel like life sucks and is never going to get better, you've got a perfect recipe for depression. If you think life sucks, but I've got a plan of action and I'm determined and I'm going to work myself out of it, you might be down in the dumps right now, but you're not depressed because you believe you've got hope. And so a lot of what I tend to bring here is not only the knowledge, the tactics, the strategies, the tools necessary to teach your brain that you're actually okay, but I also hope that some of these messages are messages of hope and inspiration, and you can do this. I did it. Thousands, millions of people have done this already around the world. This is not just a local problem in any particular geographic area. I've got 50 countries worth of people watching me, probably more. And so it's a universal challenge, but universally people are able to get better. And I don't think your brain is such a steel trap holding down the repressed emotions so tightly that you will never get better. This may be a little controversial, but I don't believe we need to open up the subconscious and drag out every bit of bad juju from our past in order to get well. And I've talked about this before. I think what we need to do is teach our brain that emotions are safe, our body is already fine, that we can handle stress, tension, anger, rage, sadness, guilt, shame, fear, and not have symptoms because there's nothing wrong with the body. Right? This is a teaching process. I don't think excavating the unconscious, subconscious is required. And how do I know that? I mean, somebody posed a question on one of the other TMS groups saying, I really, really resist the journaling. Can I get better without journaling? And at least a dozen people answered, yeah, I did. I did too. I did too. Right? I think it's much more important to connect the dots and say, okay, I can see how my symptoms were as a result of an emotionally tumultuous time, stress, tension, anger, rage, whatever it may have been, disappointment, conflict with myself, with what I want to do and what I feel like I have to do, conflict with others. You know, we've got all of this stuff building up, and eventually we get some symptoms. Then we get medicalized and they become chronic, and then we fear them, focus on them, and we're constantly measuring and monitoring them, and we're using those neural pathways all the time, and therefore they won't let go. And so it's really easy to become depressed, despondent, and feel like I'm never getting out of this. I don't know how to beat this. And so I will tell you, my opinion, through a lot of experience with this world, if it feels like your subconscious is like a steel trap door holding down all the demons from your past, so what? Don't decide that makes it impossible for you to heal. Because if you decide, until I get into that subconscious, which has proven difficult for you, I'm never going to get better. Well, if you decide I'm never going to get better because X, Y, and Z, how well do you think your brain's going to let go and turn off the pain? The brain delivers what you expect. If you expect you're not going to get well, the brain's going to say, okay, we got to keep this pain going. And so this isn't a bundle of hope. This isn't rainbows and sunshine. This is accurate information. We want to teach the brain that our body's okay, that these emotions are safe. We do that by soothing our body, by calming down our thinking, learning to be indifferent to the symptoms because they really don't matter because our body's already okay. Shift our attention back to living life. You know, I think those things are more important than any amount of emotional discovery. So why is emotional discovery and feeling your feelings important? To teach your brain that even emotions are safe. How? By feeling them. So, guys, I don't think this is as complicated, and I don't think it requires as deep, dark, psychological, digging and excavation into our past as many of us have come to conclude. Yes, maybe you've done a whole bunch of emotional work, and you still haven't gotten anywhere. I don't believe that's because you're missing something from 3rd grade. I think it's because some of the rest of the concepts. Are you on the fence? Is it TMS? Is it something else? Well, if you're unsure, decide it's TMS. Do the assessments. Decide. Learn to feel your emotions. Your right now stuff. You don't have to dig. I don't think you need to dig up your past. In many cases, that just kind of messes us up even more because now we're bringing up all the horrible things about our past that make us feel like, wow, my life has really sucked up until this point, and because of this pain, it really sucks now, and I'm probably not going to get better. Then we end up depressed. So, again, I like to simplify it. Know it's TMS, accept that deeply. Feel your emotions, your right now stuff. If you're pissed off at somebody in your life, give yourself permission to feel it internally. You don't have to express that and vomit that on them, but feel it internally. Sometimes boundaries are important to be set, but you don't have to get rid of people from your life in order to get well. Feel your emotions. Give yourself permission. Give yourself that gift. Feel them. Then soothe your body. Breathing, meditation, a walk in nature. Just getting outside, breathing fresh air, getting some fresh or from natural light into your eyes instead of the LED, fluorescent type of lights indoors. Step away from your computer. Right? Read a real book with paper. Soothe your body, calm your body down. Then calm down your thinking. We don't have to believe our thoughts. They're just thoughts. The ones that say you'll never get better, it's just a thought. It's not accurate. It's not proof. It's not even true. Right? But we tend to believe the things we think and say most often. So be wise in choosing which thoughts you actually decide are factual and that you attach yourself to. We are not our thinking. We are not our emotions. We are not our symptoms. I think we've all got well-being inside of us, both mental, physical, emotional well-being. All of it. I think it's available to all of us. So, feel your emotions, soothe your body, calm down your thinking. Learn to not give a shit about the physical symptoms because we know It's all just really stress illness. It's all just a result of this emotional, stress, tension-filled world. And regardless of what your belief about the cause of TMS is, we know it's not physical and structural. And we know that if we just teach our brain that emotions are safe and our body's already okay, and just calm the heck down, the brain will get the message eventually and turn down the symptoms. The immune system will return to normal function. The digestive system will return to normal function. And these symptoms can start to fade away. And so, it's really important that you step away from the depression and the anxiety. Because if that's the case, the distraction of these symptoms is perfect, working flawlessly. What else is going on in your life? Feel those emotions. Don't feel your emotions about your pain or your symptoms. You already know consciously that you hate them, right? And I never met anybody who can hate away their TMS. I never met anybody where hating the symptoms got them better. Being different towards them and, yeah, whatever, I don't care, no big deal. I think that works better than hating the symptoms. And indifference matters. Shift your attention back to your life. That type of stuff matters. You can get well. So instead of being depressed and anxious, get determined. You know, I'm mapping it out for you every day. I'm laying it out here for you. This is the roadmap. This will get you better. All you got to do is kind of step outside of the hopelessness and grab onto a little bit of hope. Grab onto that. And if you don't have any confidence or hope, borrow mine. I'm here for you every single day. And I know you can get well, and countless people have. I've posted a bunch of success stories, and it's really time for you to step into being determined. Step into your own power. And I'm sorry, but no offense to anybody, but it's really, really easy to get into a pity party for ourselves. And a pity party is not the way to get better. Sitting around feeling you're so depressed because there's no hope and your life sucks, it's not how you're going to get better. Pick yourself up, get determined, follow the recommendations in this and most of my other videos to teach your brain that you're okay. Once the brain gets the message, these symptoms will fade away. So don't be depressed, be determined. And with that determination plus the roadmap that I keep on laying out for you guys and gals, you can get better. I'm confident of it. So let me know what you think. Please comment below. Please share this with somebody if you feel somebody needs some hope. Don't be depressed. Get determined. Love you guys and gals, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Take care.